What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to
Figure It Out!
Out of the Basement's action figure talk show.
No Bucky.
No Bucky.
Just doesn't feel the same.
He's gone. And he's never coming back. Just kidding. He'll be back. He just had to miss one episode. First two-man episode of Figure It Out ever, I believe.
Probably, yeah.
But this episode's still going to be a banger. Today, we are counting down our top 10 NECA figures of 2018. I'm Nate, and I'm joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
So, this year was a great year to be a NECA collector.
True.
Tons of great figures came out. It was honestly pretty hard to name just 10.
Yeah.
But we do have a few exclusions on the list for figures we don't have. Of course, as we do with every list on Figure It Out, we only judge the figures that we own.
True.
Because that's the only true way to know if a figure is a banger or not. So, things you might notice will be missing from this list is 2018 Michael Myers.
Where is he?
We just haven't got him yet. The pre-orders on Big Bad Toy Store still haven't shown up. What the hell? And the SDCC Turtles, because obviously I'm not trying to pay that aftermarket price for those. And they're just coming out to GameStop this year with slightly less accessories.
Yeah, true. But, I mean, that doesn't mean that we don't have any bangers.
No.
Because, I mean, a lot of good stuff came out this year. Some
Absolutely.
Aliens, some Predators, some Pennywises,
Yes.
some Jasons.
And we're lumping everything together. We're not doing separate lists, so we're including stuff from the Ultimate line, the clothed Amigo style figures, the quarter scale stuff, the 2-packs. All of that stuff is going to be lumped in together just for the sake of simplicity. We've got some honorable mentions to go through, and the first one is the SDCC 2018 exclusive Rick Hawkins from Predator. Good figure.
Yeah.
Could be better. Could have come with some more accessories.
I wish they would have made, like, the other members
Yeah.
of the team.
It is a little disappointing that, I mean, pretty much Randy's confirmed many times on Twitter that we'll only ever have Dutch and Hawkins.
Yeah.
And pretty much no one else on the team has, like, likeness rights or anything, but it's still a good figure. It looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But, you know, it kind of didn't come with a lot of accessories, and it's Hawkins. So, like, you know, how excited can you really get about a...
I mean, he did direct a cinematic masterpiece, The Predator.
Ooh! Cinematic stinker. And our other honorable mention is the Friday the 13th accessory pack. Of course, it would kind of be weird to put the accessory pack on the list.
Yeah.
But it does enhance your other Friday the 13th figures
A
so
lot.
well.
Yeah.
You can see right there on the Part 6 Jason, that's the boulder. We've got the Crystal Lake sign. And then in the background, as always, you got the Part 3 dock.
Yeah.
So you get 3 pretty awesome accessories.
Which, make another one.
Yes.
Like, do something for maybe the reboot, and then I know they're going to make a Part 5 and eventually Part 8 figure.
Yeah.
Definitely hope that they make more of these types of accessory packs. They made one for Nightmare.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a fan of Nightmare, so that didn't mean much to me. But, you know, good that they got it. But I would definitely take another Friday accessory pack. You know, whatever they think of, I'm sure it'd be really clever.
Yes, absolutely. We need more accessories for our Jasons. So those are our honorable mentions. Before we get into our list, we received a question on our Instagram from longtime supporter Sean Hull. It took us a while to answer this question.
Yeah, I never think to look at the messaging system of Instagram because, I don't know, I just never think, oh, message sending. I always just think of, like, Facebook Messenger and stuff like that.
I do look at the messages, but it was so long between Figure It Outs that I kind of forgot about it, but we just saw the message again today, so apologies, Sean, for taking so long to answer your question, but the question was, what do we do with our packaging once we open our figures?
Yeah.
Because we are openers here on Out of the Basement. We do not keep our figures in.
Yeah, I have a very small amount of figures that I kept in clamshell packaging,
Yeah.
like some of the 40th Anniversary Black Series.
Right. Stuff like that. Like clamshell stuff, I feel is a little different, but if I can reseal the box, I'm going to open it.
And you know, taking out your figures leads to a whole other, like, your family or your friends who are not into collecting. Why are you taking them out of the box? They're going to be devalued.
That's not
And
really true
it's
anymore.
Not really true if you look at Amazon or eBay. And nobody really. I mean, I'm sure there is that very small demographic out there, but it's resealable, collector-friendly packaging, and I think like family and friends who don't collect are just they refuse to accept that when I tell them that, and they're just like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
You're devaluing them.
So, for me, I keep most of my boxes. I have several totes filled with empty boxes, but I do throw away any DC boxes I get for like the multiverse figures or anything like that. I throw those away, and I throw away anything that's like a clamshell style that I open.
Yeah.
Like my Herbert West package, I threw that away. I kept the insert, but I threw the actual plastic.
Because at that point, there's no point because it's damaged. The moment you actually physically damage the packaging, and no, cutting the tape on a resealable package is not damaging the packaging. But like you said, clamshell, if you're going to open it and damage it, there's no point in keeping it at all.
And I keep all of my Black Series boxes. I keep most of my Marvel Legend boxes, but if I sell the Build-A-Figure piece from a Marvel Legend box and there's no more accessories in the box, then I throw it away. So that's what I do with my packages. It's kind of 50-50 for me.
Yeah, I do the same thing as you. If it's clamshell, I'll throw it away. But then again, I only really collect NECA and Star Wars The Black Series, so I don't really come across clamshell at all. But I do keep all of my boxes, like Black Series boxes. I've sold pretty much all my Marvel Legends, so whatever. And then almost all of my NECA figures have resealable box packaging, and I keep all of that. I mean, especially NECA.
Yeah.
Because the packaging, as you can see with this
it's just beautiful.
Friday the 13th one, is just so good. And they always put a lot of effort into their packaging, so I definitely make sure. I wouldn't even, because I plan on moving out my parents' house in probably the next couple of months.
Yeah.
And I plan on, I would actually not want to put the NECA boxes in storage because they work with the display even if you have the figure out. For Black Series, it's just standard red and black packaging with the number. I do keep every single one though, and I have this giant like 50,000 gallon bin that I keep them all in, and that one is actually overflowing, so I need to get another one. They're like $20 at Walmart. But yeah, I definitely do keep all of my boxes, even though I don't plan on selling any.
Right.
So that is just for collector's purposes. I'm not trying to make a fortune later in life. It's just for collector's purposes. I'm just not going to throw away the boxes.
Makes it easier too if you move around.
Yeah.
So that you can actually put the figures safely back into the package.
Yeah. And
not have to worry about getting them damaged if you just have a bunch of loose stuff.
And like you never know if you'll want that box later since it is resealable. So who knows? Maybe I'll be like the type of older man who just turns into like a mint in box kind of guy, and I just display my Black Series in the box. Like, who knows? You never know what you're going to want.
Exactly. So thank you, Sean, for the question. Of course, if you have any questions for us, you can hit us up on Instagram. That's at OutOfTheBasementYT. Of course, you can drop a comment down below. Yeah. And if you have a suggestion for a future episode of Figure It Out, drop that in the comments down below as well. So, on to the list. Coming in at number 10 was a figure that I would almost classify, at least to me, as a secret banger. I didn't expect to like it so much, and that is the 1990 Pennywise. Absolutely iconic design, especially from a horror fan. That's something that, as a child, you're very scared of. I remember being terrified of Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Yeah, me as well.
But of course, when you watch it as an adult, you realize that the movie's pretty corny.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily scary. But he comes with 4 alternate heads that are all great. Comes with all those balloons that are twisty wires.
Yeah, so many balloons.
Yes, and it's just a great figure. They really knocked it out of the park. They nailed the likeness of Tim Curry's Pennywise with that figure.
I don't have this figure in particular because not a fan of the 1990 version of it really at all.
Yeah.
And I just like the 2017 one so much more. Spoilers. But yeah, I didn't pick this one up, but it's still a great figure. I can accept it.
Yes. Coming in at number 9 is a 2-pack that I have not picked up yet, which is shocking to me. I don't know how I've gone so long without it. And that is the Evil Dead 2 Ash and Ed Deadite pack. Hero Ash, too, not the standard, because NECA released a standard Evil Dead 2 Ash a few years ago. I have it. He's back there.
Yeah.
But this one is the first Hero Ash, and I'll let you talk about it since you are the owner.
Yes, I did get this one for Christmas, and the accessories are amazing. I'll start out talking about the accessories. The Necronomicon opens, and not only does it open, it has like text and like illustrations from the Necronomicon, like in the movie. And I was just like, to me, it's like the little stuff like that that makes like these types of sets worth it. Is that when they just go the extra mile, like they didn't have to do that. They could have just put the Necronomicon, just the book by itself. But the fact that it opens and there's illustrations, you can have him holding it like while it's open and like pretending like he's reading a passage from it, or possibilities are endless. But the deer. The talking deer head, the laughing deer head is awesome. It's on the little stand. It's just like a flat little stand that it's on. So, I mean, I guess you could put like a sticky, whatever, scotch, sticky things. I forgot what they're called. And mount it to a diorama. And, I mean, there's plenty of other ways you can mount it. But it's awesome that they included that. I'm pretty sure there's a different set of hands for Ash.
Cool.
There might be.
There's also
weapon storage with the shotgun, which is awesome. The chainsaw, of course.
The alternate head for Ed, with the cut off part of the head.
Yeah, and you could take it off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's like cut in half. His head is cut in half,
and the mouth articulation on Ed as well.
Yep, awesome. Great. You could have it open or closed with all his teeth and detail that's in there.
Yeah.
And both figures are pretty well detailed as well. And I mean, it's your standard NECA articulation, like all of these are.
Yeah.
But it's just, they just went the extra mile, I feel like, in this 2-pack. And the Ash also has alternate heads. I believe 3.
Wow.
Alternate. It's either 2 or 3 alternate heads. 3, I think. But altogether, I just think they did a great job with the 2-pack. The packaging is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
You saw it at my house when you were over earlier. But, yeah, the Necronomicon opens.
That's easily, like, the coolest thing, honestly.
With the illustrations, it just easily makes the whole thing worth it at that point. And I've been waiting to get a younger, Evil Dead 2 Ash. Because I only have the Ash vs. Evil Dead Ultimate Ash. So I've been wanting to get a younger Ash, and here it is.
Yeah, and he looks great.
Yeah, definitely earned the spot on our list. Kind of a cheat, since it's 2 figures.
But
oh well.
Oh well. Like I said, we're lumping everything together. Coming in at number 8 is a surprise figure for me. Justin, you passed on this one. But that is the Ahab Predator from the old Predator comic book. It's mostly just your standard Predator. It looks very similar to the Jungle Hunter, although he's got a sweet cloth cape. Comes with that awesome spear that you see he's holding right there. And I love the unmasked head, because he has one eye missing, and it's like kind of closed. The mask is also pretty cool, and they do something a little different with the Ahab Predator, where there's not an alternate masked head, but you put the mask on the head that's already on there. But he's just a really cool figure, really interesting design. I love the new articulation on the Predators. The double jointed elbows and knees are really great for them.
Really, all of the Predators that NECA makes are really good. I mean, even the Fugitive Predator.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen like reviews of that, but
it looks
super detailed. It's just such a terrible movie that I don't want any property from that movie whatsoever, but they always do such a great job with their Predator figures.
Yeah, just like the thermal vision Fugitive Predator looks so amazing, but I don't know.
I just don't want anything that has to do with that movie.
Comes with some pretty cool accessories as well. It comes with an engineer's skull and spine, so you get sort of like the bigger skull and spine. And it's just a really cool looking design. I don't know anything about the character really, but I was just attracted to it by the way it looked. And that's why it gets its spot at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Friday the 13th, Part 5, Dream Sequence Jason. Not Roy Burns. I know a lot of people were upset at the beginning of this year when they announced that the Part 5 Jason coming out before Roy was the Dream Sequence. And a lot of people didn't remember the dream sequences that happen in Friday 5.
Which is probably like the coolest part of the movie.
Yeah.
Really.
It's like
Corey Feldman. And...
Yeah, and it's like something a little interesting for Tommy, like him being haunted by the visions of Jason.
And who played the dream sequence Jason? Was it?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I know it's someone of significance that I was kind of surprised to hear.
So this figure comes with a ton of awesome accessories. You get the split hand that you can retroactively put on your Part 4 Jason figure.
Which is what I did.
Yes, that's what I did as well. I love that NECA would include an accessory that can fit on a different Jason.
Because they know the people who are buying the Jasons are buying like every single one.
Yeah. The alternate heads are really awesome. The blood running down the clean mask, the worm eyes.
Yeah.
And of course my favorite, the VHS cover art mask, which is just, it's so goofy.
And they have the dirty mask.
Yeah, and the dirty mask.
Four different. Right?
Quite a few heads.
Yeah, I have mine with the blood running down.
Yeah,
that's just so good.
That's my second favorite mask out of this set. But the VHS mask, it's just such a goofy accessory to come with the figure, and such a nice nod to the fans.
What weapons?
He comes with the double-sided axe. Comes with a machete. Comes with all sorts of goodies.
Yeah.
And he also has like a wet-looking appearance to him. He also comes with the Jason Voorhees wooden tombstone as well. But I like the way the figure looks. It looks wet, like in the beginning dream sequence with Corey Feldman. And it just adds a whole extra dimension to the figure.
Yeah. I mean, I can maybe see some people's criticisms. I really don't understand, because a lot of people were complaining about like the different versions of the Pennywises. And, you know, this is such a insignificant part of the franchise. Like, it's a 3-minute thing, but you don't have to buy it. I mean,
true. Just
don't buy it if you're not interested. You know, don't ruin it for the rest of us. Same goes for all the people who are complaining to NECA about all the Jasons that they're making. They're saying enough of the Jasons. I say keep them coming. I mean, why not do every single one from every movie?
Man,
I'm down.
Yeah. We're diehard Friday fans, so that's exactly what we want. So NECA, please keep giving us more Jasons. Coming in at number 6 is a clothed figure with the clothes. Cloth clothes. And that is Dr. Herbert West from Reanimator. It is about damn time that we got a Reanimator figure. I don't think, outside of like little 3 3/4 inch figures, I don't think there's ever been a Dr. Herbert West figure.
Yeah.
And NECA absolutely knocked it out of the park. Of course, would I have probably preferred an Ultimate style Herbert West? Probably, but I'll take what I can get. He comes with the cat. He comes with a syringe of reagent. Comes with Dr. Hill's head. Comes with a shovel. Comes with plenty of accessories.
I think I slept on this one because I didn't have the funds at the time, and I just wasn't willing to spend the, what was it, 30 something?
35. Yeah, the cloth good figures are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
I think the likeness is pretty good for what it is to Jeffrey Combs. And I'm just happy to have a Herbert West Reanimator figure.
Hopefully I can get one eventually.
Yeah,
I do really like.
They're around. It is an awesome figure. If I had to complain about it, though, obviously that it's part of the 8-inch. The figures with clothes on them, the cloth goods, are 8-inch, so they're bigger than...
So does that mean Pamela is going to be?
Yes, Pamela will be an 8-inch figure.
Ooh. She's going to be bigger than Jason.
Yep, she will be. Definitely. But it's still worth it to
have.
I mean, it's still worth it to have. Coming in at number 5 is a very recent figure, a long-delayed figure for whatever reason. And that is the Ultimate Aliens Xenomorph Warrior Aliens.
Supposed to come out in 2017.
Yes.
I remember when Toys R Us was still a thing. I remember going there like every week to see if they had them yet. And that was... I mean, it's 2019, so you could say that was like 2 years ago. Really, it was like a year and a half ago, but it took them forever. But they are awesome figures.
Yes, they come with the alien egg, the face hugger, the chest burster, the updated articulation on the xenomorphs with the articulated hands and feet.
I think the mouth And the jaw is way easier to
get out,
accessorize with, and get out. And I have both the brown and blue because the Big Bad Toy Store had the special little. It was like a little discount if you get the 2-pack if you get brown and blue. I was like pre-order, waited forever for it, but it finally came, and I think I like the brown one more just because it's the more classic alien look, like from 1979.
Yeah.
However, since this is technically the Alien Warriors from Aliens, I think the blue one is a little more iconic.
Agreed.
Since, Aliens, literally the Blu-ray shows the blue Xeno, and the Alien Queen, which I do have, is a blue Xenomorph as well. And getting the 2-pack, having 2 eggs, 2 chest bursters, and 2 face huggers, having that diorama with the Queen is just so awesome.
The face hugger and the chest burster have bendy tails, so you can actually put the face hugger on a figure and wrap the tail around the neck, and you can really make it look like something from the movie. I did that with the Harrison Ford Deckard figure. I put the face hugger on him just to try it out, and I was like, this actually works really well. Yeah. So that's a great figure. So happy that they finally came out. Took a long time. Coming in at number 4, another Jason from Friday the 13th, Part 2. This is, of course, Sackhead Jason. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's one of my favorite looks for Jason, just because it's so minimalist. It's just kind of adds to, like, Jason's been living in the woods, and I'm just gonna put a sack over my head.
With one eye hole.
Yes, with one eye hole, which that really messes up his depth perception, but I guess whatever. Comes with the spear, comes with Pamela's head, comes with the little fire pit.
Yeah.
Definitely an awesome update to the
comes
figure.
With the pickaxe.
Yes.
There's plenty of weapons that all these Jasons come with. I lose track of what comes with what Jason, but
the unmasked head with the long hair and the like little bit of beard.
Yeah.
So it's really just an ultimate figure, no pun intended, for Part 2 if you're into Sackhead Jason.
And when it comes to these Jasons, I think they're mostly all interchangeable. Like, I love them all the same, but we've been waiting, I know you and I, for a Part 2 for a while now, and it's great. It's
a great figure. Coming in at number 3 is another cloth goods figure, and that is Captain Blake from The Fog, a secret banger certified right here on Out of the Basement. I feel like no one talks about this figure, and I slept on it for a long time. I only recently picked it up. And what really sold me on it was the light up eyes. The eyes actually light up on the figure, and the way that the paint apps are, he's got like nice purple accents throughout the figure. So I feel like adding the right lighting, I feel like it would just be a great figure for some picture taking.
Yeah.
Get a little fog machine going, maybe a little purple lighting, and I think it would look really awesome.
Yeah.
And the details on the figure are just great. The tattered clothes, he comes with his sword, and The Fog is one of my favorite movies, so I'm definitely happy to have Captain Blake in my collection.
Nice.
Coming in at number 2, Justin, one of your favorite figures of the year, probably.
For sure.
And that is Pennywise from It 2017.
Yep. Just the standard release.
Yeah.
Not the
GameStop release. Not the Well House release.
Yeah. And there's another one coming out too.
Not the other one. Although the latest one with the light up Deadlight face, I might have to bite.
Yeah. This figure comes with, what is it, 3 different heads.
Mm-hmm.
The paper boat.
The balloon.
The balloon.
All around, it's just has a ton of accessories.
Yeah.
And they just keep adding to the new Pennywise, so clearly this figure must have been a pretty big hit.
Yeah.
If within 1 year we're going to have legitimately 4 different Pennywises from the same movie and an accessory pack.
Oh, yeah.
So their NECA is really going in, which to me definitely says that, hey, these figures are super popular.
Yeah. I think this Pennywise figure, the detail is just like on a whole different level than the other NECA figures. And I don't know how that's possible because all NECA figures are always detailed really well, but the Pennywise is just on a different level. Like the shoes, just the overall, the wrinkles, the different flaps, and I like how they kind of have his body like disproportionate like he is in the movie. Like he's not, obviously doesn't look like a regular human being, and I just think the head sculpts are so good, and just, I don't know. Something just speaks to me about this figure. It's just on a different level.
The double jointed elbows, the double jointed knees gives you lots of posing opportunities with it as well. I would definitely agree. It was a surprise at how good it was, I think. Because obviously we were expecting it to be a good figure, but then when you open it and you really get around to messing with it, you're like, damn, this figure like really is great.
Yeah.
And of course, we're down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more. The #1 NECA figure of 2018. None other than this massive unit standing right in front of us. The quarter scale Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Jason Voorhees.
He's so big.
He's so big.
You were saying earlier, he looks like a little baby, like you can cradle him.
Yes.
You have to burp him.
The size of a small child. A small grotesque child.
Yes.
Obviously, it is just the Part 4 figure, but blown up in scale. But
with the split hand.
With the split hand.
Accessory.
But the details being amplified to an 18-inch figure really is what makes it stand out to me.
And it's durable. It's so heavy.
It's so heavy. You've got the nice ratchet joints so that you can actually pose him and he will stay in place.
Yep. You got the kitchen knife, bloody kitchen knife. You have the double-sided axe that has blood on one side of it, and it's like real wood.
It feels like
and it's just like heavy. You could don't actually do that anymore, but has the bloody machete with really nice painted brown handle.
Yes.
With silver in it as well.
And of course the battle damaged head that you can fit the machete into.
And then the mask is removable if you just want the normal head. And it also comes with the split hand. I think it must be in my backpack still, but it comes with that split hand where it goes right down the middle.
Yep.
And you can fit the machete in there.
And it's just a massive figure. It's so satisfying to look at. Like I was saying, the details being amplified into
fingernails
into the 18-inch scale really makes you appreciate all of the love and detail that goes into every single NECA figure in general. You can see the veins on the back of his head.
Yeah.
Which is just the incredible amount of detail on him is what gives him the #1 spot on our list this year.
It's just massive.
Yes.
I just love having it on the shelf, and it's just so much bigger than everything else.
It looks great. I definitely am like itching. Now I need one because I don't have one. So yeah, that was our top 10 NECA figures of the year. What are your favorite NECA releases? Comment down below. Let us know. Of course, like I said earlier in the episode, if you ever have a suggestion or question for your boys on Figure It Out, drop that comment down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Ring that bell for notifications if you're digging Figure It Out. You can also check out the Figure It Out playlist, which has every single episode to date in it.
And you can see, since that goes from newest to oldest, you can see our gradual decline of quality. Back to like 2015.
Maybe don't watch the first episode. Maybe skip that one, but 2 onward, sure.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah. Of course, I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.